Hi, we are Luke and Liz from the National Indigenous Culinary Institute. We are here to take you through a delicious menu featuring native foods, starting with a Saltbush damper with Wattleseed honey, Kangaroo Tartare, Humpty Barramundi with lemon myrtle butter, and to finish with an incredible Davidson Plum finger lime ice cream sandwich. So to begin with our damper, we've got our flour and Saltbush mix. We're going to add that to a bowl with our butter, and we're just going to crumb that through till it's all incorporated. So we're going to crumb that till the flour is all combined and the butter is evenly through the flour. Now we're going to slowly add the water, little by little, mixing and incorporating that flour in. So now we've added all the water into our bowl. We're just going to give it a little push together in the bowl, and then we're going to flip it out on the bench. We've got a little excess flour here. Going to dust the bench, and then we're going to flip it out and give it a nice knead to bring it all together. So all we're doing here is just bring all the dough together, pushing our palm through it and giving a nice press into the bench and folding it over and repeating that method until it all comes to a nice smooth and elastic outside. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to break it up into 4 little pieces, so that we have nice little balls. So that's all done now. We've made our little balls. We're just going to grab a tray. We're going to pop the balls all onto our tray. Then we're going to pop it in the oven for 190 degrees for 15 minutes. So now that we've got our Saltbush damper out of the oven, we're just going to transfer it onto our plate. What you're going to do, we've got our Wattleseed honey, which was in the box. Grab your damper, crack it open, and you can just drizzle a bit of that Wattleseed honey on top. Ready to go. So now we're on to the delicious Davidson Plum finger lime ice cream sandwich. So now we've got our cream, our condensed milk, our Davidson Plum. So what we've done, we've let that sit out, thaw out, get nice and soft. Keep all the juice, don't throw that away, that's all the flavour. And our finger lime in your little jar. And our biscuits, which what we're going to do, we have a baking tray ready to go. Lizzie's going to grab them out.
Before you open it, show it.
So Liz is going to grab them out, lay them out on the tray. So what you want to do, I've done this at home, is when you lay the bottom biscuit, you want to lay the same on top. You want to keep that in the same biscuit format. So now that we've got our biscuit laid out, what we're going to do is add our cream and condensed milk to our whisk. So if you have a home handheld one, you can do it in the bowl. If you don't have any of those appliances, you can use your hand, use a whisk. But we've got a commercial whisk here, so we're just going to add it all in. Just scrape all that condensed milk in there. Make sure you get it all in there, don't waste any. Then we're going to grab our Davidson plum. So what we've done, we've taken out the little seed inside. So we've got the little seed which has got inside. We've taken it out. Liz is going to chop up our Davidson plum, just all the meat and the outside. Just give that a rough chop. Once that's all chopped, we're going to mix it, give it a little mix, and we're going to add it into our mixture in the bowl. So now that we've got our cream, condensed milk, Davidson plum all in our whisk, we're going to turn it on and get it to nice stiff peaks. So now that our cream and condensed milk and Davidson plum has finished whipping, we're going to take it out of the bowl. So now that you can see that it's nice and whipped, it'll hold its shape. So it's nice and firm. Now we know it's whipped. We're just going to go ahead and scoop that out into another bowl. So now what we're going to do, Liz is going to grab the finger limes and we're going to grab those little pearls and we're just going to pop it in the bowl and fold it through. We didn't want to add it to the mixture when we're whisking, that way you pop it and release the flavour. So what we're going to do now, get it out of the jar and then slowly fold it in our mixture. So once that's all incorporated and nicely folded through the mixture, we've got our biscuits laid out before. We're just going to go on and slowly pop that on your tray and then evenly spread it out. So you get a nice even spread through our ice cream sandwich. And also remember which way we laid out our biscuits, that way when you lay them on top, we can cut out a perfect sandwich. So now we're going to grab our remaining biscuits and place them on top, the same way we put them on the bottom. So you want to put them on top, nice and even, and give them a little press down so that way it makes a nice seal towards the ice cream. Once we've done that, we're just going to pop it into the freezer till it's nice and firm. Onto the kangaroo, we've got our beautiful Paru kangaroo that we've got here today. We've got pepperberry, some salt, native thyme, chives and parsley. We've got a beautiful eschalot. What we've got also, if you have in your kitchen, we've got a little gherkin. You can add some capers, some Worcestershire, Tabasco and mayonnaise. All these things you can have at home. You can go as much as you want, you can put in today, or you can trim it back and just have the basics that we have sent out to you. First off, I want to start with the kangaroo. So on the kangaroo, you'll see sometimes there's a little bit of silver skin. So what I'm going to do is just go in there so slightly and just slice it off. We don't want that in there today, otherwise it's going to ruin our tartare. So now I'm just going to go ahead and butterfly the kangaroo. Nice and slowly, just so it's easier to dice up. Then we're just going to go through and we're pretty much just going to dice up the kangaroo as fine as we can get it. So once you're happy with the quality of your chopping, you can add it to the bowl. Now next we're going to move on to our eschalot. We're just going to peel it, take the bottom off and dice it up. Same again, we're going to grab our pickle, slice it up, same consistency as our eschalot. Add that to the bowl. We're going to grab our capers, just give that a rough chop, it doesn't have to be super fine, we just want to crush the capers just so you release that flavour into the kangaroo. I'm just going to grab our native thyme, just give that a little pick, we don't want the stem, we just want the beautiful leaves. And just give that a rough chop, just to release the oils in the thyme. And once that's chopped up, you can add it to the bowl. So next we're going to season the kangaroo. So we got our pink Murray River salt, add that nice generous pinch. We got our mountain pepperberry. Again, we're going to give that a nice generous pinch. And some parsley. And we're going to do half the chives added to the bowl and the rest we'll use for garnish. Now, once we've added all our ingredients to the bowl, we're going to add the dressing. So we've got some mayonnaise. You can use whole egg, normal, some quippy, whatever you have at home. Pretty much just 2 tablespoons. Some Worcestershire sauce. We're going to give that a nice hit into the bowl. And some Tabasco. Depending on how spicy you can handle it, you can add more. If you're not too keen on spice, just add a little less. Then we're just going to add a little squeeze of lemon just to cook the kangaroo. And we're going to give that a mix. Just mix that around so you're incorporating all the mayonnaise and dressing all the way over the kangaroo. Once that's all incorporated, grab your serving dish. We've got a little bowl here. And we're just going to pop that on there. We're just going to grab the rest of our chives, garnish that on top. And then hit it with a little olive oil just to make it shine. And that's your Kangaroo Tartare. Grab some chips on the side. So we've got some kettle chips today. We're just going to grab them. You can pop them on the side. And you can use that as a little spoon into grabbing your tartare off.
Before we cook the barramundi, we're going to preheat the oven to 200 degrees so we can cook our carrots. So I want you to give them a nice good wash, make sure there's no dirt on them, and we're going to top and tail. Don't want to leave any of these little bits on, and I want you to make sure you have a sharp knife and cut them right down the middle. We're going to pop all your carrots into a tray, a little bit of salt, and some vegetable oil. Just give it a nice good rub, and then we're going to put them in the oven for about 15 minutes. We've just taken our carrots out of the oven. They've been in there for about 15 minutes. We're going to take our native thyme and give it a little chop. We're just going to sprinkle that over our carrots and add a little bit of butter just to help caramelize it. We're going to pop these back in the oven, 10 more minutes, and they should be ready.
G'day guys, Luke here. Just starting off with our Barramundi dish. So we've got our beautiful Humpty Barramundi that we've got from the beautiful guys up there. And we're just gonna make a native butter. So we've got our lemon myrtle, our garlic and salt. We've got a little non-stick pan here, got a chopping board. And now I'm gonna show you guys how to season up our Barramundi and prepare it. So what you wanna do is open it up out of the packet. We've got our two beautiful fillets here. What we're going to do is we're just going to give them a little drizzle of olive oil. Just rub that in nice and even. And just a little pinch of salt on top. What we're going to do is we're just going to warm up our pan. Get it on a medium heat to start. I'm just going to put a splash of oil in there just to warm up at the same time. That'll just help with when we put the oil in, just so it doesn't stick. So once the pan's on, we've seasoned our beautiful Humpty Barramundi. What I'm going to do is we've just got our beautiful 2 garlic cloves, and we're just going to rough chop that up. So now I think our pan has come up to the temperature. What we're going to do is we're going to grab our 2 Barramundi fillets and we're just going to place it away from ourselves so that the oil doesn't splash on us. Now we're going to cook that for at least 5 to 6 minutes down on the skin side. We're going to get that nice and crispy. So now our 5 minutes has come up and I'm just going to check it, and we've got a beautiful golden brown. I'm just going to give it a flip. Just be careful. And we're going to cook that for another 2 minutes and they're done. So now we've taken our Barramundi out, we're just going to rest it for a little bit and now we're going to make the butter.
So you've got your fish and your carrots all nicely cooked. We're going to now make our butter. So we've got here lemon myrtle, salt and garlic. We're just going to put it all in and give it a nice good mix. Okay, and now we're ready to plate up. So we're going to pop our fish on the plate. And some of your carrots. And then a nice big scoop of butter. Beautiful. And that's it. So our ice cream has been in the freezer for a few hours now and it's all frozen. We're gonna pop it out of the tray. Just gonna have to press a bit hard. And we're just gonna give it a cut along the lines of the biscuits. it's ready to eat. We can store it in a container and pop it back in the freezer to eat whenever you want.
So now we've got our ice cream sandwich, gonna give it a try. Delicious. Just want to say thank you guys for supporting the National Indigenous Culinary Institute from myself and Liz. Hope you enjoy your meals, and you can store your ice cream in the freezer, keep it for later, and enjoy.